Thank you. It was pretty scary each time. But I gotta say, that one thing that really worked in my favor is that, like, nobody is surprised by anything I do. I shaved my head first at 16 years old, and I remember my mom was like, listen, at this point, I'm not surprised by anything you do. Listen, this was back in, like, the scene emo days where the angles and the melt. But anyways, like, I was constantly back and forth, like, dressing feminine, masculine. And one good thing, which you wouldn't think this was a good thing, but I went to a behavioral school. At one point, I was the only girl out of 30 students, the only girl. But surprisingly, everyone there was extremely accepting of me. I mean, in public school, I was used to getting hammered for being like LGBT. Like, people were awful. But literally, I would switch my identity constantly when I was struggling with my gender identity in high school. And like, everybody just accepted me. They were fine with it. And these are kids that were painted as, well, including me, as like, just the worst of the worst, and they were the most accepting. So then later on in life, I transitioned, right? Like, medically transitioned. And I'm laughing because I remember I said to my mother, I was like, Mom, ever since I transitioned, like, I can take shirtless pictures and post them online and nobody cares. But back when I was a girl, if I posted anything like semi-risque, you guys would lose your shit. That's sexist. And my mom's like, MJ, we're not sexist. We've just given up on you. So yeah, my family is not surprised by anything I do, and they are supportive no matter what. They just know that I'm kind of unpredictable. They know that gender type stuff is stuff I've really struggled with throughout my life, and no matter what I do at whatever point, they've always, tried to be as accepting as possible. So I really feel like that has, really served a huge part of how I got through all of this. And of course, I can't end the video without a shout out. I also have to give credit to my husband because I have the most supportive husband. He has stayed with me throughout everything. I look like a different person in all these, and he stayed with me. And if I woke up tomorrow, I'm like, I'm gonna detransition, he'd be like, bet, whatever, that's fine.